Okay, so today I have Like Father, Like Daughter comic book review by what's her name? Shoot, what is her name? I just know it's Comic Book Una on YouTube. By Kathryn, Comic Book Uno. I'm not gonna try and pronounce her last name. But yeah, this whom did it? This is from 2015, and I got 1 through 6. Just read them, and it's about what is this? Oh, about a daughter who finds out that she has the same powers as her father, but she hates hates her father at first because he walked out on the family. But then took notes in case I forgot stuff. Yeah, so then she finds out in issue 1 that she has powers, and she's trying to figure out how they, where they came from and kind of the past and stuff like that. And then there's some of the artwork in it. Some of the more artwork. And then later on she's trying to figure out the limits, but she doesn't want to follow in his footsteps because she doesn't want to be a superhero. And then, but yeah, I'll do it with this way, with comic books. This one I believe I ordered off of Indie Planet. Because there's Kaboom. But yeah, so by this one, she's still talking about she doesn't want to follow in his footsteps. She's not trying to be a superhero. And then you see Invulnerable sitting there writing notes and talking about how even though everybody else loves him, the most important people don't. Then you go to issue 2, which I do have signed. By issue 2, she's still trying to learn about her powers, and she ended up telling her friend Stephanie, and they ended up getting Cassie ended up telling her friend Stephanie, and they went and found a comic book. Yeah, somebody who knows a lot about comic books, and his name is Wes, I believe. I'm trying to find it because I forgot. But anyway, so there's some of the artwork there. They get together and they start talking about different things that she has. She finds out she has visions in this one, along with some other super strength stuff like that. And then because there's this part where she finds out she has visions and everything else on the way to the nurse. Then by the end of this issue, she realizes that she's been that somebody's been following her. And then by the end of the issue, she says that she's going to, it connects to her father, and she's going to get to the bottom of it. So by issue 3, but yeah, I do like how it has like both sides of it. Shows Cassie hating her father for abandoning them to be a full-time superhero, and shows Invulnerable suffering the choices of his actions there. Then here's issue 3. This was by Short Fuse Media. Yeah, published by Short Fuse and Heroes Ignited. Then it starts off with a boy who had been bullied in school. And then Cassie talks him out of doing anything stupid. Invulnerable and saw that. And then you see them interacting right here. She still hates him, but by the end of it, she decides to, or they go through and they talk and they decide to have, they talk about it and try and figure out, because she wants to know where his powers came from and stuff like that, and he said that he didn't really have, that they wanted to take her out for dinner, blah, blah, blah. And then, because he doesn't really remember anything about his past or anything like that. And then you come to issue 4. Yeah, he doesn't know how he got his powers, and all he found was a piece of paper that says something about an island that she thinks connects, that they both think connects to the vision that she had. Then, it's issue 4. She decided to take him up on his lunch offer, but she took her friends with her. Which Wes is a big fan of his. Which I like the way that they did the interactions with that one. The way the waitress forgot about him and ordered everybody else. They decided to go to the house where he was raised and get tea and everything else like that from his mom. And then you see her on the phone interacting with somebody. And then come to find out that he was shot and it actually pierced him, and he didn't know that could happen to him. Which Cassie figures out that it had something to do with he was the only one who drank the tea, so it had something to do with that. And then you go on to issue 5, which I know I'm doing this really quick, but... And then for some reason I have 2 copies of issue 5. I think it's because this one I got whenever I backed on Kickstarter, and it came with the pinup art. So by issue 5 you realize you see his mother and they're talking to the guy in the white who turns out to be the somebody from the KGB who wants to take Invulnerable and have him help them rebuild the KGB. And and then you go to the home. You see Cassie taking him back home to heal him up. Then him saying that he'll be fine, and she has then whenever she goes home after talking with her mother, she has another little crazy vision scene which reveals to her some more of her dad's past and where he came from and stuff like that. And then whenever she's sleeping, she has another vision which wakes her up in the middle of the night, so she goes and wakes up Stephanie and Wes. They talk about all the things and how she thinks her dad's in trouble, which shows him fighting KGB, and then it ends with him getting dragged away and finding out that her mother is actually part of the KGB, which that was an interesting little twist. Oh, this issue signed. Okay, so I have an issue 5 that's signed and an issue 5 that's not signed. Okay, that makes more sense now. And then issue 6, which is the last issue that I have, but Then this is issue 6 that's signed right here. This one, you get a little bit of, like, it starts off with 8 years ago, which reveals that instead of Invulnerable voluntarily leaving, or instead of Jim involuntarily leaving the house, Jessica is the one who told him that he had to choose between being a hero or being a father because he couldn't do both. Then you see the mother figure over here talking with what's his name? With Johnny, who was the one that was following Cassie around in the first episode. Then you find out that Jim's mother was part of the KGB, and that's kind of some of the picture there. And Cassie's mom and Jessica's is trying to protect her, and you see Cassie and Steph trying to rebuild up the or decorate Invulnerable's house a little bit. Oh, and Wes is there too. And Cassie's starting to feel weird, like her powers are telling her something bad happened. And then it switches over to Invulnerable being tortured. Yeah, that's what I'd say, tortured into, because they're trying to get him to join the KGB, and then you see, then Jessica enters and tells him welcome to her 9 to 5. And basically tells him if he doesn't join, that they would do something to Cassie, and her job was there to keep Cassie safe. And yeah, then it just has I won't give away the ending on that one. Then it just has all the little different pictures, and I do have the dancer. I'll have to read that one later. But yeah, overall, I liked it. And then what I was told whenever I typed this up on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, that they have issue number 9 coming out later this month. But what I forgot to talk about on this one is inside this little book you have the 1.5s, and I think it has 2.52, which is this little stories in between there that was kind of neat. Yeah, it shows them going to comic book stores and stuff like that. So yeah, overall, if you can find this one, I would say give it a read. And like I said, it's all written by, I'm just going to call her by what I know her by, is Comic Book Uno. And I'll catch y'all next time with the next video I do.